I'm kind of doing like really kind of cheap jobs, not really like getting to the point where I'm doing like the more quality jobs.
Yeah, and that comes down to what is your structure, right? Like what's your foundation? Are you selling like your time for money? So how are you structuring your pricing? Like are you giving them saying like, okay, half day shoot is going to cost you this much or full day shoot's going to cost you this much? Like how exactly are you doing it?
Yeah, so I basically I try to do like a full day shoot
Okay.
always.
So
Um,
here's what I would suggest, and this is something that's going to change the game for you. Okay. Okay. So businesses, every business has something called a snowball effect involved with it. Okay. It doesn't matter what it is, as long the snowball effect only applies to businesses that are recurring revenue. So what that means is you're able to sustainably not just sign on a customer for one like shoot, like a variable instance, let's call it, which is a one-time shoot, but rather a like monthly recurring package, right? And you'd be surprised because there's a countless amount of people in your niche in the marketplace that want your services. Okay. You just have to find them and you just have to get them on monthly recurring subscription packages because the snowball effect will kick in, which is if I sign a client on today at let's just say $1,000 a month, and trust me, there's lots of businesses willing to spend $1,000 a month with you to get them the media and the proper assets they need, whether it be a restaurant, whether it be a catering service, a wedding event planner. It doesn't really matter what the business does. A law firm, a dentistry, like they all know the value and benefits of social media these days. So what you can do is actually restructure your services so that it's a bit more aligned and a bit more holistic value. Like you're providing them social media content, for example, and then getting them on monthly content packages, for example. And then the reason why I say that is because, and this is food for thought, because this is really going to help you scale. Because at the end of the day, look, if you sign a custom, if you're doing it the way you're doing it now with it, which is the one-off shoots, a full day shoot, half day shoot, and they're paying for that. That's first of all exchanging time for money, which is not what you want to do. Eventually, you want to scale your business and have people doing all the stuff for you and still being signing on more of those package deals. And the second thing is that you don't get recurring revenue, which is essentially the heart and soul of your business. It's kind of like your business's pulse. Your business has a pulse. It's like pumping blood, you know? It needs to pump blood at a consecutive rate, pretty much, which is pretty much, let's call it monthly, right? So that's when the heart is pumping, right? Your business's heart is pumping monthly, right? And you want your clients signed on anywhere between $500 to 1,000. You can do as low as $500 to start. No one's saying you need to go crazy. Is like try it, find your sweet spot in terms of pricing, but I would recommend starting at $1,000 a month. Okay. Lots of businesses will pay you for that. And what you're doing is you're pitching not just the media assets, but rather the purpose for the media assets. We're going to help you with your social media content and get you on our content creation packages, which includes this many videos, this many images, in this ratio, Instagram feed, Instagram story, you know what I mean? For example, LinkedIn post format, Facebook post format, like, and then you can even sign them on higher packages, right? Like, let's just say the first package was you just take the content and send it to them in a Google Drive folder, right? They just get the content. Your second package, and the first one's $1,000 a month. The second one could be $1,500 to $2,000 a month, where you are the guy who actually posts it for them, right? On their feeds, right? So you actually hire a copywriter. You can get a low cost copywriter to show you how to do that. But basically, you get a copywriter, and he puts together the captions, and then you're putting together the media assets, and then you essentially have social media kind of outsourced in a way, and you're scaling the company. But the snowball effect's number one because if you sign on a client today, they're not just paying you today, that one variable instance, they're paying you this month, next month, the month after that. So there's something called lifetime value of the customer, the LTV. You need to look at the LTV of the customer, which is not just that one instance, but rather all the cash flows that you're going to get in perpetuity through this package deal that you've created, right?
so
And
you're kind of like, you not don't try to just be a photographer, kind of do like a marketing agency kind of thing as well.
yeah, I mean, like you can call it a marketing agency, but I would say more of a media agency, right? Like I think that would be more of
Yeah.
a media production agency, right? Like you can these days it's very relaxed how you can actually like approach the market. I would say definitely be an agency because people love working with corporate entities, right? Like obviously people love working with consultants, but that's for like one-off jobs, right? You get subcontracted for one-off jobs, right? If you want people to start signing up with you on like $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month packages, which you can definitely do. Okay, I'm telling you, you can honestly do that. And I've seen some of my students literally do that from the ground up. Like they've started it, like haven't even had a business, no foundation, no structure, none of that, and they've quite literally taken it to another level just by restructuring the way they offer their services to the marketplace, and then having systems in place to repeatedly outflow that offer in front of new sets of eyeballs, and then wheel those people in to convert to an appointment. And then you essentially run them through a slide deck demo of what your program's all about and how you're going to help them, what kind of content you're going to create, show them examples, right? Give them portfolio, have this whole nice sales deck created, right? And then all those appointments you're just going to run. Bro, you're going to sign up so many more people once you restructure your offer to align with the snowball effect. Okay, so just make sure the recurring revenue on all your sales comes in, and start telling people, hey, like, you know what, you can still offer these one-off half-day shoots, for example, just to stay afloat, like if people want it, right? Because you've already been advertising that to the marketplace, so people know you for that already. So I mean, you can keep that afloat if those projects come in, but in future, from now on, from today onwards, you only sell package deals. So anyone who comes to you, it's only monthly packages. And you can tell them you can do 1 month package trial, right? Say, hey, if you sign up with me, I'll even give you your first month for 850 instead of 1,000, just the first month. But if you like it after the first month and you like the quality of work we're doing, then we bump it up to normal price, which is $1,000, and then you can continue with us, which is usually what our clients do, right? So that's the number one point of concern I would say right now is fix your foundational structure for your offer, because you can scale tremendously quickly. Like imagine you had 10 clients, only 10. That's not a lot of clients. Imagine you had 10 clients, and each one of them is paying you anywhere between $1,000 to $2,500 a month each.
Yeah.
Right? Just envision that, right? Like, it's not hard. That is not hard to do. I'm telling you, the secret sauce to that, I'll show you, is the snowball effect and the sales flywheel. So I'm going to pull up the sales flywheel for you. So this is something that you need to understand. Very, 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 very important, this piece here, okay?
Yeah.
This is like the number one thing that we abide by with all of our clients, with the way we operate. You know, this is the holy grail. If you can do this, you will become the most successful entrepreneur. You will be making 50K, 100K a month, 250K a month, right? You can actually get this business to that level. Your point of reference to get there is this sales flywheel, okay? So how it works is you start with the outflows, right? So what outflows are, do you know what outflows are?
No.
Okay, so when you did you start the course yet?
Yeah, I got to the this just starting the third part.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so when you get to the part where it discusses outflows and lead generation pipeline fundamentals, you'll be able to see that basically what an outflow is it's essentially getting a new set of eyeballs to see your offer, right?
Yeah.
So a brand new set of eyeballs is now able to see your offer and see how lucrative it is and see success stories from people who've gained from that offer, who've gained value and utility from that offer. That's what an outflow is. It's showing someone what you can do, right? So, and an outflow can be a cold call. You can do an outflow in a cold call format. You can do an outflow in a cold email format. You can do an outflow in a LinkedIn message. You can do an outflow in an advertisement, right? As long as a new set of eyeballs is aware of your offer, that's what an outflow is, okay? So your goal is to increase the amount of outflows you do, right? Because let's just say I'm reaching out to 100 people a day. whether it be diversified cold calls, cold emails, whatever, 100 outflows a day, 200 outflows a day, right? Let's just say, even if I had a 1% success rate on my outflows, 1% success, right? I would have 1 or 2 sales appointments booked on those outflows per day, right? Depending if I did 100 outflows or if I did 200 outflows, right? Because we're saying worst case scenario, if I had a 1% success rate on those outflows, I would have, 1 of sales appointment if I did 100 outflows. If I did 200 outflows, I would have 2 sales appointments, right? So your goal is to generate sales opportunities. Your goal is to generate sales opportunities through your outflows. So your outflows is your solicitation. It's kind of like door knocking, right? Cold calling, doing whatever the hell you have to do to get people aware of what you do and what you have to offer, right? So that's what the outflows are. Once you do as many of those as possible, you'll get as many sales appointments. You'll get bookings, right? You'll get sales appointments. And those sales appointments, you'll have to have a streamlined, standardized process of how you approach the sale, okay? And that can be a slide deck, that can be, Google presentation, a live demonstration, showing them your portfolio, what kind of content they should expect, right? Some of your clients, right? That can be done on the sales appointment. And then if they decide to become a customer because you give them their first month for $850 instead of $1,000, right? They decide to become a customer. You now service them, right? So you now service them